What's up, guys? It's
John.
and Ken, and we're having another episode of our Speakeasy Podcast.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome to my home. Welcome to the basement that we do this podcast in.
Welcome to the Speakeasy.
The Speakeasy. It's legit, man. It's legit.
It is legit. You got to press the button. Watch the beginning of the video. If you don't press the button, you're not getting in.
You gotta press the button.
And you got to know the password.
Yes, don't press John's buttons.
Don't press my buttons.
No, you don't want to press his buttons. With our relatively new format, we like to have our bourbon first now, and we got something. This episode's going to be New York.
New York. Concrete jungles where dreams are made of. Nothing you can't do.
This is coming from Kings County. This is a single barrel.
Look at that. It's like a flask.
So I'm part of these.
I hope you didn't pay more than like $9.99 for that.
Slightly, but not much more. But this is from another one of my bourbon groups. And sometimes I'm reluctant to say the names because a lot of times these groups are relatively private about certain things and, what's going on.
If you say the names, it's not private no more.
Exactamundo. But yeah, so this is a single barrel from Kings County Distillery. It's coming in. Wait for it.
Scared.
Wait for it. Maybe that's why it's in such a small bottle. It's coming in at 70.3% alcohol. You can figure out the proof on that. That's we're above 140. And for those of you who don't know, anything above 140 is considered Hazmat. This one's a pretty high proofed bourbon, and we're not going to go crazy on this one. I'm just going to be more of like a little sip.
A little sippy sip.
Yeah, just a wee one. A wee sip. A wee little.
Like we're not high enough.
Yeah. So, is that enough?
Yeah, it's plenty.
All right.
That's dark.
Yeah. Looks delightful.
Don't smell it.
No. But yeah, so this one, it was like, you never know what you're getting when you're doing these picks. Sometimes you get 350 milliliter. Sometimes you get your normal 750. This one is small. They put their sticker right on it, so it's small. I don't remember what it is, but it's
an extra small batch.
It's like drinking a flask.
It looks like a flask.
Yeah, it looks like a flask. But
it's like when you go to the liquor store and there's more liquor behind the counter. It's the small bottles.
Yeah.
Right? Or something you get on a plane.
Yeah.
All right.
You ready?
I'm ready. Obviously, you've had it. It's been open.
It has been
Am
open.
I going to breathe fire?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Cheers, buddy.
Hold on. I think I did too big.
Fernie. Did you get the whiskey hug?
Yeah, the whiskey choke.
This whiskey choke.
That was a term. I think I took too big of a sip.
That was a term we learned while we were in Kentucky. The whiskey, or was it bourbon hug or whiskey hug?
Whiskey hug.
Yeah.
I think I took too big of a sip to begin with. I should have did a taste, and I took a sip.
Taste, but it's malty. It's
the flavor profile is awesome.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's not like, and I'll be honest, it's not punching you in the face that you think at 140 plus proof would be doing.
No, I think I just took too big of a sip, and it went in my throat.
I don't think you mentioned that yet.
I opened up the throat. And I took too big of a sip. Because look, it's gone now.
You sound like a porn star, but yeah, tell me.
I breathed fire.
And I breathe fire.
Into the afro part of the microphone.
I want to see you do one more sip there, Johnny. Have some water, too. Bring out some of that flavors.
Yeah.
I'm about to drink my water first.
So, that's good. It's good. What's the other one we did that was Hazmat?
That was
this wasn't as bad.
Obtainium.
Yeah. Oh, that's that Canadian whiskey stuff.
Yeah.
No, I like this better.
Yeah.
It burns. The burn rate on that is high.
I don't think it burns as much as I would think 140 proof.
No,
or something
no,
proof would
no, no,
burn.
no, no. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But it's good. It's solid.
The flavor's there though.
Yeah, the flavor.
I like the flavor notes.
It reminds me.
It's like caramel.
You know, we've mentioned Elijah Craig C923. It lingers. It hangs with
it
you.
hangs.
I like it when a bourbon can hang.
I was about to be like, what do you mean? Hold on.
It coats the mouth, and you get that nice finish. I think it's delightful. Considering, I think it's pretty damn good.
You throw a little bit of water in there. Ooh, that's nice.
Well, that's the thing. If
That's
you want to
nice.
proof it down a little bit, add a little water.
Because there's no right way to drink a bourbon.
No wrong way to drink a bourbon.
There's no right way. There's no wrong way to drink a bourbon. Start over. Take two.
Take two.
Anyway.
We said we're going to talk about New York.
Yeah, we're going to talk about New York City today. We're so damn close to the city that never sleeps.
Never sleeps.
I wish it would sleep forever because I can't wait to
Yes.
move away from it.
Yeah.
You're more of a city guy than I am.
But I live farther from the city now.
You live farthest. Yeah. I've grown up in the city. I don't like it.
It's congested.
It's congested. It's
Now it's like, if you're, look at it from this perspective now. Think about this. When we were first 2021, you went to the city quite a few times probably.
Right.
And for us, not too bad. We weren't broke by the time you get into the city. Nowadays, if you want to go to the city as a 21-year-old, you're $100 in before you can even start drinking, pretty much.
Yeah, and I think that's because now's generation doesn't know where to go.
Yeah.
They want to go to the popular places. They want to go to places they see on TV.
Well, all the hipsters in Brooklyn, they want
Right. Yeah. When we were 21, there was no hipsters. There was no Brooklyn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was Brooklyn, but it wasn't like a hot spot.
Yeah.
We went to the places that had like 250 Miller Lights on a Friday night, We weren't drinking old fashions.
No. But
Now's a different story. They want tequila. They want whiskey. They want not Miller Lite, craft beer.
it's interesting when it comes to trends and everything. We heard this a lot when we were out in Kentucky, and they were talking about how a lot of people were like, I don't want to drink my parents' drink. They drink bourbon.
Right.
And
I think one of the tour guides said that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just a generational thing almost. Which makes me nervous because I have a decent amount of collector's bourbon, whatever. Like, is it going to be a point where bourbon's not popular anymore?
You're fucked.
Then my son can
You're screwed.
can take whatever he earns from it, and when his generation, the generation after him,
Yeah.
wants to have it. But
No, that'll never stop, man. That's something you're talking from 1800s, 1900s, early 1900s.
it'll never stop. But
It'll
when
never
it comes
stop.
to value and when it comes to supply and demand,
Yeah, that you might miss out on.
yeah.
It'll be like cryptocurrency.
Well, you see it with bourbon all the time. You see it. There's stuff that can go, rises a couple $100 and then drop. It's almost like stocks.
I'll never figure it out, man. I'll
Yeah.
never figure it out.
Supply and
We
demand.
can talk about it forever. Supply and demand is one thing, but
It catches up. For instance, like a Penelope Valencia. A lot of people were treating it like it was some like unicorn almost in a way. They're like, oh, this is great. The people are spending a couple $100 for a bottle at one point. I'm like, I see this in the store every day now.
And I think I don't remember which tour it was. I'm pretty sure it was Buffalo Trace. Mentioned that some barrels got destroyed, or maybe it was Heaven Hill. Some barrels got destroyed, and when so it's hard to find this.
Yeah.
But that was years ago. This is ready to come back out.
Mhm.
It's not going to be hard to find anymore.
Yeah.
That's going to bring the value of the bourbon down.
Well, yeah. It's one of the things they pointed out was lighter spirits. So there was a certain age where everyone said no dark liquors like bourbon.
Right.
And they started doing vodka. They started doing their gins. They
Vodka-
started doing
vodka was the
their
thing, man.
rums, maybe, And
I think vodka is still probably the most
yeah,
popular, but not by much, man.
but then a lot of these distilleries created light. That's where light whiskey kind of came apart. We've had, I think we had a light whiskey on here at some point. But that's when they came around because they're like, well, so with light whiskeys, I think there's a lot more filtration going on, it makes it lighter. And a lot of times they say with these light whiskeys that kind of strips the goodness too. So I mean, I've had some good ones though. So,
But look at 21-year-old Ken, right?
yeah,
Can you see yourself sipping and hanging out and enjoying? No, 20-year-old Ken wants to go.
no, because 21-year-old Ken would have one of these and be on the floor probably.
But you wouldn't have one. You would shoot it. You wouldn't
Yes,
sip it
there was no
to enjoy
sipping
it.
going on.
You're
No.
going hard. You're partying.
I want to talk to that boy. I want to teach that boy.
You know, my sister,
But
her
that boy
boyfriend.
is an old man now.
My sister, her
Shawshank
boyfriend, they're
Redemption.
23, 24. Never seen it. They're 23, 24. They can't enjoy this.
Yeah.
Right now, they want these mixed drinks that if they drink 2 or 3, they get hammered to save money. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because you don't want to spend all your money on alcohol.
And nowadays, we want to enjoy it and not get hammered.
Yes, exactly. We
Because
don't want to
we
get
know if
hammered
we're
like we are
hammered,
now.
That means a hangover's happening the next
Yeah,
day.
yes, and that sometimes takes a couple days to go.
Yeah. It's not worth it. It's not worth
Right.
it.
But back in the day, to save money, we would drink the $2.50 Bud Lights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now they're going for they want either the craft beer on tap or they want a whiskey and seltzer or a vodka and this or you know whatever. I think my sister drinks tequila with club soda. You're paying a pretty penny for that. Meanwhile, when I went out at that age, give me a $2.50 bottle of Bud Light.
Yeah.
I'll drink 10 of them for what you're going to pay for a drink.
Yeah.
Because we went to the bars, they didn't have this. They didn't have
No.
this.
Well, they might have had it, but we just didn't have it.
If they had it, there was that much thickness of dust on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was different. It was different.
It was different.
Now this is pretty cool. We're appreciating the flavors and things. We're enjoying what's going into it. It's not just drinking a glass of bourbon. It's almost like drinking a time capsule in a way. And
You're not drinking anymore. You're appreciating.
you're appreciating it. I don't want to get drunk. That's the last thing I want to do is
No, I
get
don't wanna be
drunk.
drunk ever.
No, I want to enjoy what I'm having, relax. Granted, don't get me wrong. A slight buzz is okay.
Hey. A good night out is a good night out.
But a slight buzz is okay because it opens people up a little bit more to having conversation,
yeah,
enjoying each other's company,
helps you sleep.
helps you sleep, catching up, talking about the good times, and letting them roll.
But off the wall drunk is just—it's not a thing anymore. It's not something we want to do.
No.
It's not the goal at the end of the night. When you're a college kid, the goal at the end of the night is to get drunk and meet a girl, meet a boy,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. My goal now in our 40s, our goal is to appreciate, sip, enjoy, and put me to sleep.
What happened? When did we become everyone's dad, man?
When we had kids.
Yeah, right.
I mean, my
Let me-
mind still says I'm in my 20s.
What do you?
My body says, dude, you need to wake up and be realistic.
I'm going to ask you something totally off topic. With your kids, and you have friends, or you have, let's just say friends, good friends, close friends, everything of that sort. What do you tell them to call
Okay.
the friend's parents?
Why are you going to do this?
It's an interesting thing. It's something that I've thought about. I can never tell anyone to say. I would never tell any kid that I meet of like, say, with my son brought a friend or something. Hello, I'm Mr. Pfaff.
No.
Because
First
that's
name.
yeah, it's changed so. And because I think that's my dad. That's not me.
Right,
You know, that's not me.
I mean, it's weird because my kids' friends, I coach them all
Yeah.
in sports. They call me coach.
Coach.
Most of them call me coach, and their parents call me coach,
Yeah.
which is strange. But if they need to reach, they'll call me coach or they'll call me John.
Yeah.
I don't like Mr. Grousey.
No, that's your dad.
That's not me.
I call your dad.
Not
actually.
even my dad. That's my grandparents.
when I
My
s-
dad gets mad when people call him Mr.
Oh,
Grousey.
I call your dad Mr. Grass. I don't call him Mr. Grass. I say Mr. G.
See, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
And whenever I see your pops, I always say, "Hey, Mr. G, how you doing?" You know, and whatever.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's all right with. Yeah.
I mean, I grew up calling my friends by their first name. You know, my friends' parents when I was younger by their first
No,
name.
I didn't.
Well, not when I was younger.
Yeah.
You know, Roy's dad was Roy, Big Roy. We used to call him Big Roy.
Yeah.
You know, my friend Steve, his dad was Big Steve. We all have the same names. My dad was Big John. I was,
Yeah.
you know, and that's what we did.
No,
my
we
friend
were more
Eddie,
proper.
his dad was Ed.
We
He was
were
Big
more
Ed.
We were more proper.
I didn't have one friend who had a freaking name that was different. We're all juniors. That's so weird.
Like my brother Pete. Pete.
Yeah, Pete. But I called your dad Mr. Fav.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I called every single parent I knew growing up Mr. or Mrs.
Yeah. I tried not to call them anything at all. I wait for them to look at me.
So when I refer to my son to other people, only because I'm trying to put myself in their shoes, I go by the first name.
Yeah, but you had Mr. in front of it.
Yeah.
Which is weird. That's like Southern stuff. Like
No.
Mr. John. That's
Yeah.
like you're like
I don't. It's tough
you're a
because
little slave son.
listen, I have plenty of close friends and family that I would love to call everyone uncle, 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 but I always with my child, I always wanted to be clear. I have 2 brothers.
Yeah.
And they're uncles. You know.
Yeah. That's the weird thing right now.
Yeah.
So my kids refer to you as Uncle Kenny. When they ask me where I'm going, they say Uncle Ken. My kids refer to Peter, your brother, as Uncle Pete.
Yeah.
Your brother Dave is just Dave. I don't understand why. I don't use the word uncle.
Maybe because my brother's involved in the same town you live in. They
see him more too often.
Yeah, and they see him as.
I don't use that term.
Yeah.
They said it themselves.
Yeah.
You're Uncle Ken. Where are you going tonight? I'm going to Uncle Ken's to record.
Yeah.
You know, it's.
Yeah. It's always been.
And you've probably seen my kids the least, right? Out of.
Probably.
Right?
Probably. I love you kids, so don't get me. Girls, I love you, so don't ever forget that. But, I live far, unfortunately.
Yeah,
so.
we don't. Yeah.
Yeah. But that was the interesting thing with that is, I didn't know what to say. And like I said, with the whole uncle thing, I have so many close friends. I would love to have that. But I don't want to confuse things that don't need to be confusing,
Yeah, I get that.
Because
Because growing up, that's all I wanted, man. I want my kids to call my close friends uncle.
Yeah.
Because we felt like we were more family than friends. And that's like the ultimate,
Well, now you make me feel bad. But.
No. But it just doesn't work,
In fact, I think
They don't even call my sister Jessica, really.
Do you
Aunt.
know
They call her Jessie.
the only person out of my friends who's ever been called uncle out of a friends, and it was only
I can't wait to hear this one because all your friends, I know.
a lot of friends, and it's the only one because it almost started out like as a joke to begin with, but because our buddy Dom is Italian.
Uncle Dom.
So no,
Tio Dom.
I say Zio.
Zio.
Dom. Yeah. I'm like, hey. So when I used to write like Christmas cards, Zio Dom, it
That's
seemed
funny, yeah.
so fun to me. Just to be in a different language because he's Italian.
Yeah.
And
well, sometimes like my brother-in-law or my sister-in-law, she'll be like, "Say hi to Tio," and I'm like, "I'm not Tio.
Yeah.
Like, just call I'm Uncle."
yeah,
Because I'm not Spanish. Not that she's not Spanish, he's Spanish, and I don't know.
yeah.
The Spanish side of the family or the Tio. I was like, I just want to be Uncle.
This is the thing I don't understand though. You're not Puerto Rican. My sister-in-law is not Puerto Rican, but she calls you primo all the time. You guys don't speak Spanish. It never made sense to me. Sorry, Nick.
Maybe she means I'm like a sausage. Maybe she means premio.
I'm messing around, Nick. And I'm like,
Because we're both cousins by marriage, right?
You're both married to someone who has Puerto Rican in them. So I guess I
No,
could say-
we're both married to first cousins.
Yes, but
So we're cousins by marriage.
but you would say cousin because you're not neither of you.
We're trying to fit in.
You're trying to fit in. I'm like, wait a second, what's going on? No, I'm joking, but anyways,
Listen, whatever my kids, as long as they don't call you asshole, jerk off,
they can if they want.
they know we're all close,
Yeah.
we're all family, and whatever.
I love how we're 20 minutes or whatever in,
And we didn't
we
hit the
haven't
topic
talked about
at
the
all.
topic at all. Calamari.
Calamari. How do you like your calamari? So, all right. So today's topic was New York City.
Yeah.
What do you like about New York City? You're more of a city guy than I am.
I love New York. Like the commercial. Now, actually, if you
But
saw
what do you love about
2
it?
podcasts ago, I was actually wearing, I don't know if you noticed, I was wearing a shirt that was like a downtown street in New York City.
No, I didn't.
All right. What I love about New York is just, God, I have a little ADD sometimes, and I like that it's constant. You ever notice when you hang out with me, it's like it's not necessarily always one spot. It's like a bunch.
Yeah.
That's my ADD.
That's why I got to make sure when I leave here, I'm just going home.
Yeah. Because I tend to, like, I need to move around.
You're a nomad. You're a wanderer.
Yes.
You want to try different things. You want to see different places.
I do. That's when we went to Kentucky. I said, John, I don't care if we're there for 5 minutes. We got to go. We got to go. Check it out. Check it out. But, yeah, I think I like that it's just constant. Every corner you look, there's either you can get a good drink or a good food, good pizza, good whatever.
Yeah.
BJ. But you know what? It's one of those things that New York is the history there. Like if you watch the movie Gangs in New York, if you watch it and you see, all right, John, shush. But he's looking at me because I'm a big Daniel Day-Lewis fan. I can always involve Daniel Day-Lewis, but all right. He's right, though, but still. I like the history there. I like that. But my highlight there, if you guys have ever seen, which you haven't yet, my full basement, I have a corner dedicated to McSorley's.
Oh, I'm dying to go there again, man. I want to go there so bad.
Yeah.
I've only been with you. And that was a long time ago.
It was just me, or was other people there?
I think there was one more person with us, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh. Whoever that is, we're sorry.
Sorry, dude. I can't remember who it was.
But it's just so much history there with McSorley's.
No, it was just us.
Was it?
I believe it was after Elton John.
We never saw Elton John.
Billy Joel. We went with we did the Speakeasy. We went to the concert.
All right.
And I believe after we went to McSorley's.
I gotta look at the photos.
It was with Jay and his wife, but I think they went their separate ways. And I believe it was just me and you.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, McSorley's. Ever get a chance to go to the city? There's sawdust on the floor.
There's a lot of history there.
There's they have the wishbones that they used to have. They still have them there over the lamp, but there's some
the cuffs.
The Houdini's handcuffs are there too as well.
Babe Ruth, picture of Babe Ruth.
Yeah, plenty of presidents that have been there actually, and it was. But they had like I said, they had the wishbones, but they used to be like about an inch of dust layered on it.
The health department made them.
Yeah, they gave them a hard time. They actually had to. They said you can keep them,
but
they fought in tooth and nail for it. But they,
you can go there and be stupid and be like, "Can I get a Miller Lite or can I get a this and that?" Get to the back of the line.
Yeah.
It's like going to Philly and ordering a cheesesteak and not knowing what to do. You don't get to the back of the line.
Yeah.
Light or dark, dude? How many you want?
Was that me and you? I can try to remember. I've been there so many times where I'm trying to figure out the experience where the bartender pretty much said someone that was doing that.
Yeah,
yes.
somebody was in the front. There,
yes.
It was like, you guys, what do you guys want?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was us.
Yeah. Wow, that was us.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Now I pieced it together.
Yeah.
And I was
First time I ever had that hot mustard and onion.
Oh. So McSorley's
and
does
you can't crap anywhere. You can't. It's like long urinals like back in school.
Those things are from like the 1800s, by the way.
The urinal was taller.
The original urinals. They're like porcelain, huge, unlike Gigundo, and they all smell like this. Well, you would think they'd figure out the whole urinal cake in the thing, but
then they'll ruin it.
Yeah. So the cool thing about there, though, they do a sharp cheddar. This is their thing.
Saltines.
With those saltines square in the plastic, the sleeve of crackers. You get one of those. You get a plate full of sharp cheddar and a stack of raw onions. And every table has a little dish of super spicy mustard.
It's the hottest mustard you ever put in your mouth. It actually ruins everything.
No, I think it's delightful. And... yeah, have it on the table. Every person I bring to McSorley's for the first time, which it was John that time, I said, we're not leaving here until we have our crackers, cheese, onions, and mustard.
Yep, and then I got diarrhea, and the bathrooms are not good for people with diarrhea. Actually, I'm dying to go back. Actually, I don't. She probably won't appreciate it the way I do, but I want to bring my wife. I always brought it up. My dad would love a place like that.
I'm sorry.
My dad's a city guy.
Already.
You know my dad's a city guy.
Oh, I'm envious.
My dad's in the city
Yeah.
4 days a week, riding his bike everywhere.
Yeah.
And, he's never been there. I would love to do that again.
Yes. Yeah, your dad is the man. But there's... the cool thing about the city, too, what I like about it, between all the history and all that fun stuff, they keep it fun. And there's a lot of speakeasies, actually, out there in the city.
I wouldn't know how to find one.
We've been to them.
Well, we went to the one. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll talk about first. We'll talk about the one that we went to.
And the Five Guys like phone booth.
I recently had taken my. I always do this. Whoever I'm going there with, I don't tell them where we're going and what it's about.
Yeah.
So I recently had taken my neighbor there.
To New York.
Yeah. We went to watch my neighbor is English. We went to watch a Liverpool game. Yeah, it was actually a little bit more than recently, a little longer ago. But anywho, and I'm like, oh, I got this one place we got to check out. And we're walking into the Five Guys. He goes, Ken, I'm not hungry. And I'm like, no, come on. And he's like, no, seriously, I don't want any Five Guys. I'm like, come on. And we walk to the back. There's a stairwell that goes up. There's a speakeasy above the Five Guys.
Cool, man.
Yeah, on the corner. I think it's on the corner of Bleecker and maybe 7th.
I think I would appreciate a place like that more now than I did before.
Yeah. And you have good cocktails, and they have a good beer selection too at that.
I remember the only bad thing is we went all the way to the back of the corner. We couldn't get out. It was so crowded. We couldn't figure out how to leave.
It gets crowded. There was other there was other speakeasy. On McDougal. It was like the White Rabbit or something like that. You have to like ring the bell or knock on the door. No, that's my son.
Those picture of you peeing in the
but there are quite a few speakeasies out there. Some I've been to, some I've been to, some I haven't been to.
Speakeasies everywhere.
I mean, if I Google it right now, I'm going to Google it and see. Please Don't Tell. No, I mean, that's the name of the place. It's called Please Don't Tell.
How did that come up? You didn't even Google it.
I Googled it. New York City Speakeasy.
Oh, that was fast. You got quick fingers.
Yes. So if I am correct, Please Don't Tell. I think because I see the picture of the hot dog there.
That's the one over Five Guys?
No, Please Don't Tell. I actually haven't been to this one. I still got to go to this damn one, and it's pissing me off because I haven't been there yet. It's a hot dog place, and you walk in through the hot dog place, and then I think there's a phone booth. You go through the phone booth to get to Please Don't Tell.
Guys, thanks for watching. We're gonna go to New York City. We'll do a clip.
I know.
See you. Thank you. Have
the
fun.
back room. Well, that sounds kind of like a gay bar.
It's not the back door room.
The back door. Patent pending. The Garret. That's where we went. That was above the Five Guys.
Oh, okay.
That was a cool one. Speakeasy at the Gin Mill.
You see, you need babysitters, man. You need somebody to come and watch your boy so that me and Maria and my wife and we can go out.
Why do you have to involve the wives for it, man?
A nice night out.
The Little Shop. I see a liquor store in one photo.
Pars?
I see a liquor store in one photo, and I see like a full-on like cocktail bar in another photo. What does that tell you? Okay, employees only. I have heard of. This is supposed to be the best cocktail bar in New York City.
What makes a good cocktail bar?
People who are
a step above the rest.
People are just that, I guess, are known for making perfect drinks.
Like making shit up, or
no, just good. It could be making it an old fashioned. They just know how to do it right. People can screw it up.
I've had a couple.
Yeah.
We were even in Kentucky. I had a couple old fashions that weren't up to par, and I had some that were the best I've ever had.
Rain's Law Room in Chelsea. I actually went there years ago with our buddy Jay, who's been on the show. And cool spot. More like loungy, more like relaxed, Attaboy. La Nooks. Dude, we got to do like a tour.
Speakeasy tour.
It's not a speak. The name of the bar is called Not a Speakeasy on 301 East 84th Street. Fig 19. I don't know why Rains came up again. Time Bar, spelled like the spice. Dear Irving Gramercy, room 4. I mean, there's a ton of spots. The Hidden Pearl. Oh, where did they hide that pearl?
Okay.
I don't know. Death and Company. Jeez, that sounds scary. New York is interesting. So this is one thing John could tell us and pretty much say. I don't want to keep interrupting you when you're trying to put that can up. We did John's bachelor party in New York City.
We did.
Yeah, we love it that much. What was your favorite part of that, though? What was is any highlight, any bars that sunk in that you remember, or was it all a blur? Off the wagon?
You're talking 17 years. Red Lion.
Red Lion is good. If you're ever in Manhattan, it's right on Bleecker Street. Awesome spot where it's just live bands. It's an Irish theme bar, but
So we did my bachelor party. I'm married. Wow, it'll be 17 years in March. So my bachelor party is almost 17 years ago. My brother and your brother were like co-best men. Were spearheading my brother was a lot younger back then too, was spearheading the thing, but they were kind of like, Ken, you're more of the city guy. What do we do? I didn't want a strip club. We did a comedy show.
I remember I was caught off guard.
Yeah.
Because we went out there, and I heard, "All right, Ken, we're in the city. What do we do?" I'm like, "Are you shitting me?
Yeah,
I didn't plan anything." But hey,
they relied on you.
Sometimes the best nights you have are the ones that aren't planned.
Yeah.
The ones that aren't scheduled.
The only thing we planned was to go to a comedy club.
Yes. And who did we see?
I don't remember his name.
Was it Vin?
No.
The heck was his name?
I don't know. It wasn't Vin.
It wasn't Vin.
No. I don't know.
It was good.
It was good. It was a good time.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
It was a popular guy back then.
No, but I see him on those stupidest videos, the people who do dumb stuff.
Nah, I don't know.
But it was good.
Yeah.
And there was, I used to go out to the city a lot to go to like Off the Wagon, and they had beer pong tournaments and everything. So I was a professional beer pong. Well, we were both. We were pretty darn good.
Fatso's, baby.
Yeah, Fatso's played the winners of the Las Vegas tournament, and only lost by one cup.
2 girls.
2 girls. But there's so many cool spots in New York. Good food. What's one of your favorite? What's your favorite pizza place out there?
My favorite pizza place. It's probably gonna be John's of Bleecker, man.
John's, they are solid. The sauce. I think it's more in the sauce than anything.
I like the burnt crust, really.
The burnt crust.
It's in that oven that everything just burns.
Yeah.
And if we're talking New York, are you talking all boroughs, or just New York City?
No,
because
New York,
Spumoni Gardens, man.
Yeah.
Brooklyn. Have you had Spumoni Gardens?
No, because you never took me. Asshole.
It's upside down Sicilian, really.
Yeah.
But it's like.
I love it. I love upside down. I like a Bruno's. You're talking about?
Better. Oh,
yeah.
That shit's on Bruno's pizza.
Yeah.
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 Wait.
Some passion there.
I'm gonna
interrupt because we got to drink this.
All right. A couple weeks ago, we did a Brix City collab with Autodidact.
Yes.
This one is with Oakflower.
Yes.
So I don't think we've done a clip of
we did.
We did when
with
it
Jay.
First opened with Jay.
Yeah.
It's actually not far from here.
Oh.
Oakflower Brewing over in, was it Millington or something like that?
Millington Station or something. Or
something like that. This is their flower jams. This is an IPA, and it's coming in at 8%. Oakflower is really good.
And to see Oakflower, I would put Oakflower right there with Autodidact. Because they are
new guys that
came in and started. Yeah, they knew what it took to be something. I feel like And Brix City, who's been around for a long time, they're kind of like
that's my boy.
They're like Grasshopper. You want to do collaboration?
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's see how this is. This is a pretty funky can. I'm looking at it. There's a lot of flowers, a lot of
flower power. Cheers.
Cheers. All right. There's something there.
First impression.
Yeah, you go first.
There's nothing I can say that stands out that would make this a bad beer. I think it's really good flavor-wise, man. Good. I don't, I know it's like almost saying like I'm starting with a negative to make it a positive. I'm just saying that it's actually a compliment, believe it or not. It's got great flavor. What would you say, 8%?
8%.
Yeah.
There's something on the back end that lingers in your mouth that I can't figure out or I don't care for.
Okay.
The beer going down is really good. But then after it's down, there's something that just stays on the roof of your mouth. And I'm like, I don't know.
I'm going to look for it on the second sip. I think I know what you're talking about, but
it might be a unique hop. I don't know.
Yes.
It's something different. They don't tell you what hops are in here though.
I mean, we're pretty straight up. We're pretty honest. We're gonna say, whatever.
Actually, no, they do. It's Mosaic, ID 158 and HBC 1019.
It might be the
I've never
HBC
heard of
1019.
those, so it could be one of those.
but out of the collabs with Brix recently, I'm gonna give it to Autodidact, man.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna give it to that. Not to say there's anything wrong with this one, but
So Autodidact did the Hammer Jams from a couple weeks ago.
yeah.
They do sexual jams with D96.
When I get that feeling.
It's not bad though.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's in front of me, I'm gonna drink it. It's not.
Yeah. Yeah. Solid. Sorry to interrupt that, guys. We were talking about New York, but we're going to keep having these beers, and we're going to talk a little bit more.
Trying to find out the comedian from my
I know.
party.
Was it Chuck?
Chuck
Nice.
Chuck Nice. Chuck
That's
Nice.
what it is. You don't need Google. You got me here, bro.
I wasn't Googling. I was talking to your brother.
Oh, Chuck Nice. It was on the tip of my tongue. I told you before, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Chuck Nice.
Chuck Nice. He was a nice guy.
He was. I don't remember him being that funny though.
Yeah.
We drank so much.
Yeah.
It's the first time I ever did heroin. No, I'm just joking. I never done heroin.
But yeah, there's so many cool spots in the city, and I remember back in the day. Did you? No, I don't think you were with me. I went to Hogs and Heifer. You ever been to Hogs and Heifers?
Yeah. So that's yeah. So we end one of the bachelor parties with that? But there was too big of a line, and we had to move on.
Yeah.
That's in the meatpacking district.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the original. Yeah.
That's where they made the movie Coyote Ugly.
Coyote Ugly. Yeah.
Or it was based on. I don't know
yeah.
if they actually filmed there.
I don't know if it was your brothers. I don't know if it was mine, your brothers, but I feel like we were gonna end there, and the line was so long. Yeah, meatpacking district.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went.
I
I
love
ended
a
up
good
going there.
heifer.
I ended up going there later on in life, before it opened. Before it opened, and I mean before it opened, before it closed. I meant to say. Now it's closed down. There's no more Hogs and Heifers.
Ah, that's a shame.
Yeah. But it was just like it really is what they say it was. It was bras hanging all over the place.
That's awesome.
And, yeah.
Old school fatsos.
So we grew up in a town, small town in North Arlington. There, Guinness Book of World Records, more dead than living in that town.
There are, yes.
And is it in the Guinness Book? It might be. I don't know.
I don't know.
It feels
One of
better
the most
saying that.
popular bars was called Fatso
Fatso
Fogarty's.
Fogarty's.
Yeah, it was on the main Avenue Ridge Road.
They used to do turtle racing back in the day. Now it's probably will be banned
And
because
they
of
were
something.
known for having all the bras that girls threw at them. If you gave
Yeah.
your bra, you got a bottle of champagne.
Yes.
And there were hundreds, maybe thousands. I don't know. There was a lot of bras hanging down.
I'm just gonna throw it out
And
there.
I remember a few girls that we've hung with that gave their bras, and then they had to stand on the bar and they got the champagne.
I'm gonna throw it out there and say I never ever saw a girl standing topless on that bar at some point.
Who? What?
You
Where?
know,
What? Who?
Yeah. Never. Just throwing that out there.
No. Yeah, no.
Never. Nothing ever came out when those girls were taking their bras off. But
That's disgusting.
so I remember Fatso's when we used to go there. Now we're getting out of New York again, though. But I used to go there, and it was $1 Bud Lights before midnight. And right at like 11:59, I'll take 24 bottles of. I mean, they'd give us the case and we'd put it on the table. And the rest of the night, we just grabbed out of that. You know?
The thing I can't deal with New York anymore is the people are awful. The homeless that number's rising.
Yeah.
The crimes are rising.
Well, the issue is with the immigration now too. They're
immigration.
shipping the people into New York.
It used to be easy. You'd catch the bus, you catch the train, you go right in, you're there.
Yeah.
Now you catch the train. Now you got to walk through the Port Authority. You got to walk through Penn Station.
Yeah.
And you got to like look over your shoulder.
If you want to go to a concert at MSG, you're going to spend about $200 in fees before you even pay for the actual ticket.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Recently, let me tell you, I was like, there was Billy Joel tickets on sale. I'm like, you know what? I know someone will go. My wife might want to go, or John would go. I'm like, whatever. The tickets were going on sale at like 9, or we say it was 10 a.m. or something like that. I went right on, kind of like went right on, and when I hit the queue thing,
They were gone.
your number 4,000. Or it was something ridiculous. It was more than 4,000. It was like 8,000 something in line. By the time my turn, it started to move. But by the time my turn was there, there was maybe 4 single seats available, going at $300 to $400 a
It's
seat.
because he's ending it. That's why it's
Yes.
crazy.
But
Um,
it's nuts how
I mean-
much money. But he's ending his residency. There's a difference between ending your residency than stop going there. You know,
right.
he'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back.
He's just tired of the commitment, I think.
Actually, tonight and tomorrow, Dave Matthews is at Madison Square Garden. and I
I'm
really
not sure
wanted to go there.
who's Dave Matthews. I'm not sure who that is.
David Matthews, David John Matthews.
Is that his middle name?
I don't know. I should know. It's my name.
Oh, yeah. I never really.
But
He was probably nobody.
I can't do it because it's just the last seat in the whole house is like $300.
Yeah.
I can't figure it out.
ridiculous.
Is MSG broke? Are they broke? What's going on? Why are we charging so
well,
much?
they're greedy. It's like everything. Supply, once again, it goes back to supply and demand.
Yeah.
With this whole COVID thing, whenever that happened, all the people moved out of New York, and then all these people who are trying to, landlords are like, oh, I've been getting $10,000 a month in my units, and then then you're stagnant for 12 months and you're losing 120,000.
If New York were to break off and fall to the bottom of the ocean, I wouldn't miss it.
No,
I'll say that.
I love it, dude. I love it. I love the food. I love the culture. I love
want
the
to move
melting
as far
pot.
away as possible.
I love the melting pot, man. I love that you can take a city like that and all these people from different parts of the world can come together and hang out and have a beer.
But we had this conversation with PMP when we were in Kentucky. You know, you get up in the morning and the lady's walking down the street and she's like, "Good morning," and I'm like, "Fuck you," you know. But yeah, and I think that's how like LA is. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, why? Like, why do you want to go to a city where people?
I
are
think they're
nasty
a lot nicer in
and
California.
people are rude and nasty
yeah.
why do you want to go there? What's the good about it?
Yeah.
What's the good about trying to fight walking across the street with 1,000 other people?
Yeah.
What's the good about it? I got to protect my kids when I go there. I got to look over my shoulder, make sure nobody's going to shank them or shoot them.
Good pizza out there. Good gyros too.
Yeah, we get that shit in New Jersey.
Yeah.
What's really the good purpose in New York? What am I going to go to the top of the Empire State Building? To what? Look out over everything?
But
and wait
when
for a
we were
plane to crash
younger,
into it?
the allure was that it was open till 4 a.m. So
when you're a 21-year-old,
Yeah.
Now, as I'm older, what is the allure of New York? There's none. There's zero.
oh, but some of the most famous, some of the best restaurants you can go to is out in New York, man. It's different. It's like an art, man.
I don't know.
It's
Is it really anymore? Is it really anymore? You go to a good Italian restaurant, there's not Italians cooking. You're going to go to a good Irish pub, there's not Irish cooking. What are you really going for? What's really that good?
I think it's an experience, man. I think it's the
That's
life.
all it
It's
is.
the energy. It's the energy.
It's just to say I had this in New York City.
But I think the energy is there. I think that's what makes it, man. I think that's. I like. You know what it is too. A lot of my memories in my 20s were New York. It's got a special place in my heart, and I would go out there on random nights. Dude, come on, bro. When we were leaving bars, when they closed in New Jersey, you can't deny that. There was a couple times you said, "Let's go to the city," because you get an extra 2 hours out of it.
Yeah. I mean, when you're in your 20s, like you're saying, that's pre 9/11.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pre 9/11. Post 9/11 got a little scary, but we were in our 20s. We had no fear.
No.
Now the world was different.
That wasn't pre
It's-
9/11
it's-
though. It was
Even post
after.
9/11,
Yeah.
life was different. Now people are getting shanked everywhere they go. There's crazies
No.
everywhere. There's immigrants everywhere. You can't go on
no.
a subway anymore without hearing people.
No.
Even
No, that's the news, man.
Yes.
That's what the news is putting out there. You have one incident and then it blows up. I mean, think how densely populated New York is, man. You see one incident that happens. The odds of it happening to you while you're out there, it's very slim.
I don't know.
It's very slim.
You can't even go to the movies anymore when I hear people shooting it up. Now in
Yeah.
New York City, there's a bomb threat everywhere. I don't know.
You gotta look at the numbers.
What's
though. Probability, all that fun
Is
stuff.
it worth it for all that rude shit?
Yeah, it's entertaining. But there's Broadway too. Broadway's cool. You like Broadway? You like any of that stuff or no?
Yeah.
You ever go to Radio City?
Yeah, we
What's
saw
the-
Incubus. Me and you.
Well, I mean, like I was gonna say the Rockettes. but-
No, I'm not paying that kind of money to see girls kick.
The Radio City Christmas Spectacular.
Nah,
Yeah.
not interested.
Did you ever go to?
Nope. Don't care.
What's the big toy store? What's it called?
FNS.
FAO Schwartz. FAO Schwartz.
No.
Oh, Jewish.
No. I don't think that's there anymore. That's not even there anymore. No. Because you know what? The city became so shitty, FAO Schwartz left. Because it's... People want Walmart and Target. They don't want FAO Schwartz.
They're not there anymore?
No.
Oh, God. Well, that sucks.
I want to take my kids to the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yeah.
But I don't want to... I don't.
You want to be in a diaper?
You got to worry about...
Okay.
Well, that's not New Year's Eve. I don't want to worry about bomb threats or who's going to, snatch my kid, who's going to shank me. I don't want to worry about that shit.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm a worrywart. I don't know. Maybe I'm a sissy. I don't know.
Yeah.
New York City is a piece of dirty garbage.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad. I still have hope.
There's no hope.
Come on.
New York City is a piece of shit.
I think everything was fine after the Ghostbusters put the slime, the pink slime all over Statue of Liberty. Yeah, I think everything was fine
She
after
walked in and saved it. Nah, I don't know. The politics, the cops.
Hey, Giuliani cleaned up 42nd.
Yeah.
That was him, right?
That was the best part. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel safe there like it did.
I don't know. I wish
and it's more touristy than ever. You want to go see the Rockefeller Christmas tree. There's 5,000 people you're trying to compete with just to take a quick
I know.
snap.
And we've talked about this too. Like, if you can't bring, it's tough to bring your kids out there because then they have like these women with just a little nipple tassel.
Yeah.
Thing
Yes.
And you're like, awkward.
When I graduated high school, my dad took me there for my graduation dinner. Right.
Yeah.
I went to Little Italy. The food was awesome, man.
Yeah.
Me and my dad used to go a lot when I was young. City Island, all these places. The food was good. Now, you go there, it tastes like any pizzeria that's from around here.
What was the name of that?
You know what changed? The quality of the cooks.
Yeah.
Because it's different now. It's the immigrants. I don't want to sound stupid. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Right?
It's going to bother me, though. I'm going to say this right. What was the name of the prom spot that we went to?
What?
There's like in Little, I think it was Little Italy. There's like a prom spot where everyone got served.
Yeah.
What the heck of it? I can't remember the name of it.
You did that horse and buggy ride through Central Park, then you went down...
Dude, I am totally...
You're not going to find it.
Totally against...
Horse and buggies?
Horse and buggies.
Because the horses are treated like shit.
Yeah. Totally. I love animals. I remember one time I was out in the city waiting to get into the tunnel, I think, or I don't know where I was going. And there was a horse and carriage right behind me. And the horse's freaking head's in my exhaust pipe. And I'm like, come on, man.
My dad is a big city guy. You know my dad's a big city guy. We talked about it before. My dad's a huge city guy. He's born in Brooklyn. I'm born in Queens. We went to the city for everything. Never been to Central Park in my life.
Yeah.
Don't want to go. Don't care. Don't want to get raped in my buttocks.
In my butt.
Don't want to get shanked in my belly. I don't want to go to Central Park.
Yeah.
Because New York City is a shithole. Los Angeles may be a shithole as well. I don't know. I don't want to go to any of these big cities. Louisville was a shithole. I'll spend my days in Frankfurt.
John's he's going a little too far.
I'll move to Bird in Hand.
Yeah, I couldn't find the name of the place, by the way.
You're not.
I can't remember. I'm going to remember after we hit stop on this, by the way.
This is our 8th podcast of the day, so I can't find my glasses. No, I'm just joking.
On that note, guys, you know what? I wish we could talk more on New York. We love it.
Leave your comments on New York.
I mean, there's good beer. There's other half out there. You got other half out in Brooklyn. You got Brooklyn Brewery out in Brooklyn. McSorley's historic, awesome spot.
McSorley's is cool. I definitely want to go back there.
Yeah, I would go back there in a heartbeat any day of the week. And
leave a comment. Your favorite places in New York. You like it? You don't like it? Let us know.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Brix, Oakflower. Shout out to Kings County Distillery. Yeah, you can tell it's been a long night. Cheers, John. Cheers to you guys.
Cheers, guys. Peace.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.